This is Finland. About 100 years ago, Finland was just some big patch of forested land that had just become independent from Russia. And now, over a century later, they gave us Nokia, Linux, and Angry Birds. What the heck? So how did Finland, of all places, go from a rural Eastern European state to a modern nation in only a few decades? To fully understand this, we need to go back to the beginning of it all. It's 1917, and Finland was the Grand Duchy of Finland back then, which was a part of Tsarist Russia. And if you know anything about modern history, you probably know what happened in Russia at the time. Russia's Tsarist regime had been overthrown during the October Revolution in November of 1917. And no, I'm not kidding. This is what it's actually called. For decades, there was a growing pro-independence movement going on. Russia, Finns seized their fleeting opportunity to declare independence. On November 27, 1917, the Finnish parliament was established. And on December 6th, they ratified their declaration of independence with an 88% majority vote. This was it. Finland was a country for the first time in, well, forever. But as a sovereign country, it was their own job to maintain the economy. So the Finns decided to mainly stick to what they did best, exporting lumber to richer European powers. And until the 1930s, literally 80% of their exports were just paper and wood. And at that moment, Finland knew that its economy was absolutely cooked. See, exporting raw materials could only get you so far in the early 20th century, so they decided to modernize and focus their industry on manufactured goods, like textiles. In theory, this could have worked, but there's just one problem. It's 1939 and World War II just hit, and the Soviets were still sour from what happened in 1917. So, on November 30th, about 700,000 Soviet troops invaded Finland in the Winter War of 1939, ready to absolutely destroy the Finns, who only had like 32 tanks compared to their 6,000. I mean, this is an easy win for the USSR. Like, there's no way they're losing. And they lost by a landslide. But bad news for the Finns, because now they're being dragged into World War II as an ally of Germany. The conflict exhausted all of their resources, so they had to start again, from scratch. They decided to keep their lumber industry, but prioritize manufacturing industries, such as metal and shipbuilding. The nation then had a population and urbanization boom, which helped Finland recover economically. However, it wasn't until the 80s until it would fully switch to its current biggest industry, tech. See, they were already a rich country, and at the time, the digital technology industry was growing, so Finland tried investing in it. But then, in the 1990s, disaster struck. One of Finland's biggest consumers of lumber, the Soviet Union, had just collapsed. Finland then went into an economic crisis, lowering their GDP by 13%. They had to do something about it, and quickly. So they decided to focus even more on the tech sector. And then to expedite the process, the central government encouraged private tech companies to engage in strong partnerships with the Finnish government. Then Nokia switched from a pulp mill to a phone company, inspiring many more tech companies to appear in Finland. In 2010, their tech sector was so advanced that the government made Wi-Fi a legal right, and they led to the development of 4G and 5G systems nationwide, which inspired other countries to do the same. And then, in 2017, they became one of the first in the EU to prioritize artificial intelligence as well. And thanks to this, Finland, a place in the literal backwoods of the world, has successfully become one of the most developed nations on the planet. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. See ya!